Welcome to Los Angeles, California, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are yet again. It smells worse than ever. So I'm just walking back up the street here on the other side, and I think you get a pretty good idea. I mean, it's just endless, ladies and gentlemen. It is absolutely endless. I mean, we've been here 15 minutes, and I would say that there's been probably close to about 100 tents that we've already walked by. And you know, there's people out there. I want you to just take a look at the background while I'm walking, okay? Tent after tent after tent after tent. Trash, graffiti, it's just unbelievable. But I want you to really absorb what we're doing today. You know, a lot of people will just sit on the couch, have a cup of coffee in their hands and just tell you what you want to hear, or they have all the answers. Sometimes you got to get off the couch, you got to put the coffee down, and you got to come into the real world. Sometimes you got to get out of your little bubble and you got to disconnect. And again, you know, I'm not telling people to do this. It's not the safest thing to do. You know, I do take precautions. All of you probably know that already, but you know, we're out here doing this to show you what's going on, and so that you are never a victim of this. This is why you better be protecting your wealth, why you better be very cautious with your money, why you better have an emergency plan, a cash reserve, a network of family and friends if you can. A lot of these people didn't have any of that. They didn't have money, they didn't have family, they didn't have a network of friends, and now they're in a deep hole. And many of these people are never going to get out of it. So I don't want to see that ever happen to anybody watching this channel. And again, I don't have all the answers or the solutions, but number one, we've got to admit that there's a big problem. And number two, you got to realize that this can happen to anybody. You know, this is a country that lives paycheck to paycheck. And you miss a paycheck, 2 paychecks, 3 paychecks, you could be in trouble. So, you know, be cautious. You know, do you really need to take that weekend trip or take that Hawaiian vacation? Do you really need to buy that new car? Do you need to buy that new house? Do you need 5 bedrooms? I mean, these are things that people really need to think about so that they don't get caught in a bad spot. Because this economy, if you think it's going to get better, if you think that there's going to be some recovery, it's not going to happen for a while. There is no light at the end of the tunnel at the moment, okay? Yes, hopefully one day we're going to see things change, but right now they're not. And this is evidence that they're not. It is continuing to get worse. More people are coming out here, living out here, and more people are going to be forced out here that don't have the skill set to survive this, and they're going to be in very, very big trouble. There's the 101, ladies and gentlemen. There's the 101. So I'm going to continue walking up North Main Street here, and I mean, it's nuts. Look at this. What is happening here is a crisis. And it is 100% unsustainable. Unsustainable, ladies and gentlemen. And it's a real embarrassment to this city and to America, in my opinion. This is absolutely embarrassing. Guess we'll just keep going. So we got the federal courthouse right across the street here. Big building, and then this is what we're greeted with. So it's unbelievable. So right across the street from the courthouse, right across the street from City Hall. Look at that. Look at that building. Look at that. City Hall. I want all of you to comment down below. Is this acceptable? Is this not a crisis? Is this not third world? Can this just continue? And if it does, what are we going to be left with? Like, there's going to be huge consequences to this. This is, I mean, it's affecting so many people. The people on the streets, the people that work in those buildings over there, the people that live in this city, real estate, it's a humanitarian crisis, ladies and gentlemen. Humanitarian crisis. I mean, I have to say, probably this may be one of those trips down here where I thought it couldn't get any worse, and it has. We've been walking for blocks, okay? I mean, look, just, it's ungodly. It really is ungodly. I mean, this just goes on and on. The amount of trash that is piling up, the smell, wow. And people just drive by because it's just conditioning now that, you know, if you have a job right now in a car, you're wealthy and you're better off, so who cares about everybody else? Until this country really starts caring about what's happening, more people are going to end up living here and living in places like this, period. You think this can't happen to you? If you think that this can't happen to you, you're delirious. This can happen to anyone. All right, so back with Dan Golka today. And Dan, thanks for doing this video today and allowing us all the opportunity to see what's happening. I want to get your opinion right now. We talked about this. There is no doubt it is worse than it was last time we were here 3 months ago. And it is getting worse. It's unbelievable. But here's the crazy thing. That's City Hall, guys. That's LA City Hall right there. And right outside there is, I mean, I can't even count how many tents there are out there. It's crazy. It's unbelievable. These people are living in absolute squalor. Where is the $1 billion? There's $1 billion for homeless help from the last stimulus program. Where is that money being spent? It's not being spent on with these people. We've probably walked, what, 6, 7 blocks? Yeah. And I would say now we've probably passed nearly 200 tents. And without a doubt. There's a park over here, and there's more tents over there. Now look, I'm not, I don't run marathons, I'm not a triathlete, and I know you're not either. We don't have all day. We could literally be on foot, go to the next block, the next block, the next block, and show you another 200 tents. So we're not going to just take the whole day and walk and show you hundreds of more tents. We're going to get in the car, show some other areas. We're in LA right now. Mm-hmm. We're going to head to Hollywood. Yes. Preferably probably North Hollywood, and see what's going on over there. But look, we got the courthouse, the City Hall, tents everywhere surrounding it, parks, tents, everything. There's tents everywhere. So we've covered 6, 7, 8 blocks. And it's hundreds of tents and more on the next block, the next block, the next block. Yeah, so Dan, how does this end, or does it? I don't know how it ends, because here's the thing. There's supposed to be money for all these people, for services, for shelters. And we hear about how the LA County Sheriff is cleaning up Venice right now. God love him. Let's hope he's doing that. But where are these people going to go? These people need service, and there's money for these services, supposedly. And we don't know what's going on. So police activity up ahead. I mean, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. Yeah, there's no doubt. The crime epidemic out here, it's a crisis. So I said earlier that if you think that this is not turning into a third world down here, you're delirious. It's crazy. And it smells so much worse than it did. There are so many more people out here living on the street than there were 3 months ago. It is, I mean, it is night and day difference. It's a huge percentage. Let's walk back and we'll pick your brain a little bit more. You know, I say, Dan, this is absolutely unsustainable, and it's a complete embarrassment. to the city and to the United States of America.
Well, think about it. This is City Hall. You've got the James Hahn building right here, where they have they have council meetings. They have to walk across the street and go past this.
Right.
You know, I mean, this is laughable. Where's Mayor Garcetti during this time?
Yeah, where are the politicians, and most of all, where is the money? But you know, it's like I say, Dan. You know, I don't care how people got here. They made some bad mistakes, or you know, they got involved in drugs once they got here, because now you're in so much agony, pain. You're at a dead end, and people start picking up drug habits.
Absolutely.
But not everybody was a drug addict before they got here, and not everybody right now is a drug addict. You know, we've talked to people over the last few months that had jobs, had homes, had normal lives. They went through a bad divorce. People went through
Harvey, his house burnt down,
perfect
and
example.
he lost everything.
People lost a job. People had maybe they were you know, came from an abusive family and they fled. And I can't, you know, reiterate this enough. If you do not have family, if you don't have a good network, if you don't have good friends, if you don't have a church, and you miss some paychecks, ladies and gentlemen, this isn't to scare you.
Yeah.
This is to prepare you.
Get ready. Get ready. You know, you have to be prepared. The economy's only going to get worse. Things are only going to get worse. Clearly, there's no services out here for these people, so there's not going to be services for you if you get in this situation.
Yeah, you like Harvey said, you will be on your own, and most people don't have survival skills. They don't have street skills, and you know, there is no law out here, ladies and gentlemen. I hate to break the news. You're walking around here. There's going to be no help. You're on your own, and if you're living out here, you're on your own. So. You know, I care about everybody, and I care about everybody watching this channel, and you know, we make these videos so that you wake up and you don't end up in a place like this. You got to be preparing daily. This now is a lifestyle. You can't just go, oh, I'm gonna go to the store and buy some canned food, I'm prepared. This now, ladies and gentlemen, what we are entering is a lifestyle. You need to be living this daily, and you have to know that there are massive consequences for the people who are not preparing. They can laugh, they can judge, they can sit here and make dumb comments. That's fine. I feel sorry for those people, and I hope to those people, to people like that, I hope you don't lose your job, and I hope you don't land up in a place like this, because how many people thought they would ever land up here? Do you think most of these people thought that they would land up in a place like this? I guarantee you, when they were younger, or just a couple years ago, or maybe even a couple months ago, a couple weeks ago, they never thought they would be here, and now they're here. And once you get here, very hard to get out. Dan, anything close?
I just, you know what, it goes, like you said, it goes on and on for blocks. We could be walking this for miles right now. We're going to go to Hollywood, but take care, prepare, be kind to one another, and good luck to each and every one of you, and let's hope none of you ever end up here.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better. Let's not judge. It doesn't really matter how these people got here. And let's be praying for these people. Too many people judge and act like they're better than everybody else, and act like things can't happen to them or things won't affect them. Listen, I know anybody could land up here. I can land up here, Dan can land up here. But this is why we have made preparations so it doesn't happen. So, you know, put the odds in your favor, and you know, get off the couch, get that extra side hustle, cut something out of your life, buy a little extra silver, put a little bit of extra cash away, if not for you, for your family, for your kids, because you do not ever want to be threatened by something like this. So stay safe out there and continue on track with all your preparations. And the more prepared you are and the more you're preparing, the less chance you have of ever landing up out here.